of hate from Mephisto, and this combination executed perfectly at the end of the game.
From Alarak, make it a quad kill set up by that easy.
Wow, did you see that mosh pit? 4-man mosh pit while on a conveyor belt. That was like a regular sushi line.
Dubrak, core at 50%. Both cores are just absolutely melting. Which one's going to go down first? I think this is going to be Respect the Gooses. Oh my goodness.
Ring. Oh my goodness, the ring. Jaina just blowing up everybody here. That's a 4, make it 5
And it
for
does
nothing.
knock them all up. What a play. Oh my God, somebody please clip that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the big show, baby! It is the Storm Division Qualifier number 1. I'm your boy Murda, and that's your boy Stoic. What's up, Stoic?
Not much. I'm excited to be back on twitch.tv/MurdaRG.
Yes,
casting
sir.
Great Heroes of the Storm.
Yes, sir. If you guys don't know, Stoic recently was awarded the Co-Caster of the Season award. Clap is in chat for Stoic, everybody.
Well, I think also, not to mention, let's get some Titan emotes in chat for the Titan of casting. You need an emote for that, Murda.
I need an emote for that. We'll see. We'll see what we can do about it. Whoa, we already have the Queen herself in chat, Aura Windrunner here. What's up, Aura? I see you. Welcome, everybody. We got ReGen versus New Game Plus. You're like, who is New Game Plus? Well, hey, they're part ReGen Retro, part Dread Pirates. And they are trying to make their way into the Storm Division. Of course, they got to get through my very own ReGen squad here tonight. Winner of tonight's matchup will be playing in round 2 as well, which will also be here on the stream. So we have a double header for you this evening. You won't want to miss any of it. Of course, there's plenty of other matches going on as well, including the main stream over at twitch.tv/Nexus Gaming Series, hosted by Jinxie Cat this evening. But we hope you stay here. Enjoy your spot that you already have. We'd love to keep you guys preoccupied with some great Heroes of the Storm here. And it's going to be going on maybe until midnight this evening. We'll see. It's 8 p.m. Eastern right now. Our scheduled start. Ooh, speaking of scheduled start, there's
Murdar, let's go, Murdar, let's go.
There's the Moist One dropping a resub. Appreciate it. 3 months, my dude. Thank you. And Hot Like Summer is here. I know you. I think Stoic might know you too. Welcome.
Maybe.
We do have a substitute player this evening on the side of ReGen. You may know him. Played a lot back in HGC. It is June this evening, participating with ReGen. So if you're a sub to June, throw some of his emotes out. Show some love. As we wait on 2 more players to show up, I will, let's go ahead and show the bracket. I got a nice little bracket scene set up. Here it is. We got bottom side of the bracket here. Very bottom, you'll see ReGen versus New Game Plus. Winner of this will be playing the winner of Team Alexander versus Resurgence of the Storm. And if you don't know who Team Alexander is, there's some former HGC Korean pros playing on that side. You got Lockdown, Hyde, and Nacho Jin on that roster. We're expecting to see them later on, so if you're here for them, I know a lot of hype was here earlier for Hyde. You won't want to miss that, so make sure you stay tuned later on. We do have a hydrate request coming in from Lock Voltura. Appreciate that.
It's interesting. We've had a little bit of a resurgence of the Storm recently, so we'll see if they can ride that energy, or if Team Alexander will teach them a thing or two tonight.
Are these best of 3? Yes, they are, Lazy Hydra. They are best of 3. We're just waiting on 1 more player from the side of ReGen before we get going. I think it's Hot Cho we're missing. But what do I know?
Yeah. What do you know?
Well,
it's not like it's your team.
Stoic, what have you been up to since Season 9 ended?
Well, Season 9 ended for me on Friday, right? Friday, I think it was. And I actually have only played 4 games of Heroes of the Storm this week, and only cast. This is my first game casting since Season 9 ended, so I've just been missing it so much.
Well, we just got another hydrate request. This one from Hot Like Summer. Appreciate that. We got to make sure we're well lubricated in the vocal cords before we get going.
You know, I filled up 2 water bottles and already drank 1, so...
Oh, you learn from the best. I got 2 with me as well. Here we go. 2 clinky drinkies. We're still working on number 1. I'm assuming by the end of the night I'll have to go refill these at some point, though.
If we go 4 hours of casting tonight and don't have to refill our water bottles, I think the chat has done us dirty.
So I believe the rules today stated if you are 10 minutes late, so that would be 8:10 Eastern, you're required to actually forfeit your first map. And if you're 15 minutes late, you forfeit the entire round. So there's still 5 more minutes while we're waiting on one of these players to get here. Hold on one second. One of the captains is messaging me.
But if you had to forfeit the first round, there are 5 more after this, so don't worry. For that team, or for the team you're cheering on, 6 rounds to qualify.
Is it 6 rounds? 6 total qualifiers.
6 total qualifiers, right?
Yes. Yeah. And there's a point breakdown, so the better you do in each qualifier, those points will carry along with you if you don't end up winning one of the qualifiers. Of course, if you win, you're automatically in. You don't have to play in any more qualifiers for the rest of the series. But if you maybe get second place, I think you walk away with 75 points. And then after the 6 qualifiers, the 2 teams remaining with the highest points gathered in the 6 qualifiers will also qualify to play in Storm Division. So plenty on the line, and I think you even get points if you just participate. So like if you get last place, you're walking away with at least some points here tonight. You still there?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, your webcam was getting a little spotty.
So if you got second place 6 times in a row, you'd be guaranteed a spot.
Basically, yeah. If you get second place every single time, you're gonna be in. Let me see if I can change servers here for Stoic. I'm gonna switch to US Central. See if this does better for you, bud. Oh! Stoic has gone offline! No! Hello?
I can hear you. I think that was a problem on my side. Just
yeah, you dropped from the lobby as well.
Rip. Just as... Oh no, dang, I saw 5 on the team and I was like, oh, they're all here waiting. But nope, we're waiting still. Wow.
Yeah, I just dropped some
big
updates
scaries
on the forfeit rules here for game 1 in the lobby. Hoping we get our player and get this one underway. I do know we're basically on a clock here tonight because of the multiple rounds that need to be played this evening. So that's why there is that, you got to show up and be here time rule. Would be unfortunate if this game 1 does not get underway.
Yeah, definitely. Porky would miss his interview.
Porky would miss his interview. I mean, I guess if they only forfeit game 1, but if he doesn't get here by 8:10 p.m., They could go on to win games 2 and 3 if he shows up between the 10 and 15 minutes, right? So you'd have an additional 5 minutes until they'd have to forfeit the entire round.
The most important 5 minutes of the day, if that's the case.
Exactly. Looks like someone is getting out of their Storm League game right now. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Well, while that Storm League game finishes up, what else can you tell us about Storm Division, Marta?
Yeah, there's a prize pool, and if you want to participate and help contribute towards that prize pool, !Storm in chat right now. And if you want to view tonight's bracket, !Bracket in chat. I set up those 2 commands. Murderbot is here to help you out and drop some links for you. So check those out. As we are hitting 8:10 p.m. right now. We got to see a player right now.
Yeah. Is it 8:11 is the cutoff? Like, how many seconds do we have left here?
Hey, you know, don't shoot the messenger, okay? I don't know. Assuming Wedge is nearby, he is the lead moderator for tonight. I am just an unbiased third party doing some casting on Twitch, okay? Lazy Hydra saying, yeah, over $1,000 right now in the prize pool. Pretty amazing the amount of contributions that have come out so far. So if you guys want to further contribute, head on over to that link. Looks like Hakogami just did !Storm for you all. Check that out and show some love to these players.
It's pretty crazy how much money's already been raised, and we haven't even played a single game yet. Well, I guess some games are probably underway on other matches.
True.
But still, before any games are even played, we got money going in the pot.
So I got 8:11 on the clock. We might need Wedge involved here.
I mean, do we get Wedge involved before we even see the player? Because still got 4 more minutes.
Yeah. I mean, it seems pretty unfortunate. Their core is dead now. GG. Russ just needs to relog on main. Okay. Unlucky.
Yeah, I think that was worth lever bonus if you asked, or lever status if you ask me.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to read the rule set or see if we can get in touch, but I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, it's a rough one.
Should have Alt F4'd and logged into main.
Melly dropping truth in the chat. Well, Rusty T doesn't want to give up that #1 spot in GM. Understandable.
Okay, I think we're getting underway. R. Wait. Melly says wait. JK, wait. Okay. Okay. I think captains are cool. I think we're just playing game 1. We're a couple minutes late. I think they're cool with it. I think that's what I'm understanding.
If a game starts late and Wedge isn't around to see it,
did it ever happen?
Yeah.
So tonight's map bans: New Game Plus banned away Braxis Holdout and Battlefield of Eternity. ReGen banned out Alterac Pass and Dragonshire. Game 1, you see it, it's Infernal Shrines. And it'll be ReGen first to pick here. ReGen, of course, in the blue this evening on the left-hand side. New Game Plus will be on the right in red, as you can see indicated at the top of your screen, in case you're not good at reading and maybe the clues up there weren't enough. I don't know. Are you not loaded in, Stoic?
I am having a little bit of technical issues. It looks like my internet disconnecting caused me to load into a somewhat ancient somewhat ancient draft interface, so we'll just see what I can do here.
Okay. First ban of the night is May, taken away by ReGen. She is legal here during these qualifiers. Perhaps if you were watching Season 9 of NGS, you're like, hey, we never got to see any May. Well, this is technically the first official NGS match where she's legal to be played. Cassia going to be first taken away by NGP.
2 strong bans. No surprises there. Both of these heroes extremely impactful in any games they go through. You know, for Cassia, that's very few. Cassia does not make it into very many games these days. She is just always taken away.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of work get done with Cassia, played by Splash. I think he had one of the highlights of NGS Season 9 out of any team, even though, you know, they're playing Division A during Season 9. That was one of the hottest plays I saw out of any division. Ended up wiping out 3 players with the help of an Uther right at the end of the game, and then took the core down to follow. Yeah, it was pretty flashy. Mephisto and Sylvanas will be the second 2 bans here for these teams as we head on into our first pick of the match. TT Porky, the captain this evening for ReGen, on the clock, making a decision, playing with the #1 GM player, Rusty T. And look at that, June in the house this evening, gonna play some Ana for us.
You know, Ana is one of these heroes that I think kind of sleeps their way through draft, but is always a first rotation pick here. Such a strong, impactful hero with great setup and incredible healing throughput. Strong pickup, I think, from ReGen to start this draft off.
Porky throwing some banter, I guess, in chat, saying, "Imagine giving June Ana, lol." Tassadar, Johanna, the first 2 selected for New Game Plus. I love these 2 heroes. They've played a lot during Season 9. I think Tassadar in a fantastic spot. Johanna recently receiving a bit of a nerf, a bit of a cooldown increase on her iron skin, but still just as effective in that tank position. And shouldn't really be any sort of problem at all tonight in game #1 here for New Game Plus. So we'll be Diablo at tank for Rusty T, and there is Troy on his patented Greymane.
Yeah, you know, the Greymane, Ana with a sleeping target is an easy Greymane hit if Troy chooses to pick up that cursed bullet. Takes out a large chunk of that health, even from a big girl like Johanna, bringing her down right away.
Yeah, you gotta be careful as Tassadar until you get access to a dimensional shift. If Greymane's ever able to leap on that backline, could spell trouble. Those walls might be interesting as well. If placed incorrectly, Diablo could actually use them to his own benefit, charging someone into it. So you got to be careful here as the Tassadar player. Decorus can have a bit of work on his shoulders here in game #1, as Junkrat is the final ban for New Game Plus, and there's the final ban for ReGen. It's Tychus.
You know, even a good placed wall, Diablo could shadow charge through the wall after level 16, could do an overpower and charge back. So even a good placed wall could be turned against the Tassadar by a Diablo. So that we'll see if that comes into play here.
I do like the ban on to the Tychus. We saw a bit of that recently coming through in some of these playoff matches, some postseason events that were going on. Tychus, I think, turned into a menace since his latest buff. There's going to be Medivh for Kevin, and Rhaegar played by Melly. Wasn't expecting Melly on support tonight. Had been Oltanian during Season 9. So a couple role swaps. Splash also moving over to that tank spot.
So, New Game Plus is an interesting draft here. Is this a Bloodlust comp with double mage, or is it Ancestral with also a Medivh?
I think it's got to be Ancestral, right?
I think so. I mean, to counteract some of that Greymane Diablo burst. Centurion picking up Orphea Blaze by TT Porky. Orphea, such a strong hero. Another one of those sleeper picks that really can just 1v9 a team.
Final 2 for ReGen. Blaze and Orphea seems pretty nice to me. Sparky with the sub. Appreciate that, Sparky. Final pick for Altanian is Sonya. And that means we got to head on over to you guys at home in chat. Time to place your money where your mouth is. Who's going to win game #1? Will it be ReGen or New Game Plus? The poll is open. Head on over to chat up at the top. Select the team you want to win and hit submit. Stoic, what are your thoughts here after seeing these 10 heroes picked?
So I gotta change my tune a little bit. Johanna receiving these nerfs. I don't know if she's a automatic vote from Stoic here. I think I'm going to give this one to ReGen. I think that the combination of Orphea and Ana with, solid sustained DPS in the form of Greymane is going to be too much that the Medivh, can mitigate some damage, and Ancestral can heal up one person, but, if Ana hits a good grenade, Ancestral's completely worthless, or if it is a Bloodlust, you're Bloodlusting a Sonya.
Yeah, my worry is how do you kill Diablo or Blaze with the hero selected by New Game Plus?
Yeah. I mean, Diablo has Spell Shield at 1 that he can go into to block Tassadar damage, to block Medivh damage.
Well, here we go, loaded on into Infernal Shrines. I'll start up the introductions. Here on the left-hand side, it's the Captain, TT Porky on the Blaze, Centurion going to be playing the Orphea, Rusty T on Diablo. You know June, he's on the Ana, and Troy 1010 on the Greymane. Give it up for ReGen.
In the red trunks, the red team, Johanna played by Kevin, Tassadar played by Decorus, Medivh played by Splash, the captain of New Game Plus, Sonya played by Altanian, and Rhaegar played by Melly. It is New Game Plus.
Level 1's up on your screen. It's going to be Feast on Fear for Diablo, and it'll be the Slumber Shells build for Ana as we get started here in the mid lane on Infernal Shrines. I do like seeing the Shock Ray talent, Static Charge for Tassadar. Gonna have a bit more poke, but will it be enough?
Yeah, interesting. Already a sleep found onto Medivh. TT Porky immediately in there. Medivh will be able to shield and walk out there. And you know what? This Johanna level 1 talent picking up, is it called Reinforce? Reinforce from Johanna at level 1, wow. 60 physical armor every 2.5 seconds after using a basic ability. Johanna could have Yrel levels of armor here if she plays this right.
Yeah, not a lot of fast auto attacks on the side of ReGen. I suppose Greymane's the fastest auto attacker here, but not a fast auto attacker by any means, as both of our siege camps have now spawned. ReGen going to be rotating down to the bottom lane as Medivh is up in the sky, and Rhaegar is going to wait for these minions to crash onto the wall, creating some space now for ReGen to work on the first siege camp of the game. There's a portal down. Is anyone coming through? Doesn't look like it. A double sleep by Ana. Nice work by June. Now they're going to pull back this Tassadar. Decorus in some trouble. Will he fall? Yes, he will. First blood of the game over to ReGen.
Yeah, I think ReGen doing a great job here recognizing that Medivh doesn't have the stacks, needs to play a little bit safer, and doesn't yet have that spell damage that comes from the stacks. They're being a little bit bullysome.
Yeah, they're going to invade the New Game Plus Siege Camp as well here. You see 4 players roaming as a squad, working down every camp that they can get, almost right under the noses of their opponents.
Yeah, and you know what? All throughout stealing that camp, Splash here, trying to clear out these Khazra mercs on the bottom, almost has lost a full tower.
Yeah, a lot of pressure, level 4s, and it's actually almost a full level lead already, just after that 1 kill and a few of these camps that have been gathered. All the while, Blaze had been double soaking. That's the Captain, TT Porky, playing off his normal role this evening with June in the house. Going to play that off lane. I don't think I've seen him play Blaze yet in an official match. So kind of excited to check that out up against Altanian, one of my good friends from a long time ago. Actually played on one of the original incarnations of the ReGen organization, one of our first teams when I was still captain. So excited to see this little pairing in the solo.
Blaze picking up that new talent, Incinerator Gauntlets, with the recently buffed Adrenaline Stim Pack, doing tons of basic attack damage, especially those minions, monsters, and mercs.
And both teams can be working on their bruiser camps before we get going with this first shrine of the night. We'll be up in the top lane. What type of shrine is it? Oh, it's a Frozen Punisher up first, as Porky's going to finish clearing up the wave here. And ReGen will be first to get going inside the shrine. Here comes the rest of the squad. Rusty T, the final one to get up here with 63 stacks on his Black Soulstone. Going to flip over Sonya into the wall. A nice shield of protection there from Medivh. Going to keep Altanian on his feet for now, dropping below 50% health, however. Going to have to go back to the well before they get going once again.
But look at this, level 7 about to be picked up here by ReGen. They're going to have a significant advantage in numbers and in talents.
Yeah, Bruiser Camp's going to be pushing in up against him. Looks like Greymane's going to stay outside of the shrine to clear that up. The rest of ReGen, knowing the situation, only 12 more skeletal defenders needed. They're going to play it a bit slower, make sure they clear that out. Actually, looks like they're sending the Blaze to start soaking along with Sonya, who's been soaking throughout this objective. And Oltanian's almost tied up the game in XP right now as ReGen picks up this Frozen Punisher.
Yeah. Strong Punisher to start this game. They'll look at probably trying to get this front wall down. We'll see what else they can grab as well.
Leap actually comes across onto Tassadar. Decor is going all the way down to 240 health. Needed to be careful there. Surprised we didn't see the bait over from Johanna. So now Tassadar back to base, won't be here to help this defense, and this Punisher still has 50% health.
Yeah, Frozen Punisher are still threatening as Diablo charges in under the wall. Greymane able to finish that kill on Johanna. Split second there. She was gone.
So you see, it's just that one moment without being able to bait over the Punisher properly, how much it cost them. They're going to end up losing the entire fort. Punisher is still at 30% health, and now ReGen's going to be able to rotate around towards the mid lane and get a couple more towers.
Ooh, maybe they're being a little sneaky here, but with this Medivh vision, they're going to actually go commit to that mid lane. As we have a moment, there's some interesting talents picked up here as Diablo going into that basic attack build, and Ana picking up Mind Numbing Agent at level 7 to reduce enemy spell power.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. You got a Medivh, you got a Tassadar. Why not reduce some of that spell power as Johanna comes through the portal all by her lonesome. Sonya nearby. Oltanian's going to try to threaten back Troy here, but Diablo waiting in the shadows to charge in. Nice damage down from Tassadar, going to reduce a few heroes along with his shield. Portal down, but no finish yet on either side. Everyone's going to start retreating, maybe use these wells and get back to business. ReGen now with level 10 talents. They're waiting to go, baby.
Yeah, that was a good choice by New Game Plus to back off there as ReGen had their level 10s, could have turned that fight in a moment. Now, interesting here on this map, ReGen has just capped, I think, what is their 6th camp to the 1 camp taken by New Game Plus.
Yeah, and this is number 7 they're working on now. I think your math is accurate. That's a lot of camps, and really the difference maker right now, if I hover over... Well, I guess it won't let me hover. How do I do this? Is it this button? Yeah, here we go. Mercenaries. Almost, yeah, 4 times as much XP generated just off of the mercenaries alone.
Mid's dropping pretty low as well. That well is now gone, so this next Punisher phase, which will spawn in the mid lane, Blue Team has a significant advantage in that they have the full healthy wall and a well.
ReGen starting to rotate as 5. You gotta believe they might be looking for a fight, and we do see the selection from Rhaegar. I wasn't anticipating the Bloodlust, but there it is. Bloodlust selected by Melly.
Interesting. Yeah, that'll be interesting. We'll see how they use that. The Sonya can be very scary with the Bloodlust.
Blaze hovering around the top lane, trying to push that lane up just a little bit, but knowing he can't get too far out as the rest of the team back on the Bruiser camp, working on picking this up and probably want to grab their level 13 talents as soon as possible. Another Shrine's going to be active momentarily, and having those 13 talents ahead of the other side will certainly give them the advantage they need while they're fighting over this objective, but not quite there yet. Still need a quarter level to go.
Update on stacks, Medivh sitting at 32, very close to finishing at 40, so we'll not lose stacks on death. We'll allow him to play a little bit more aggressive as well. Is starting to get that damage online.
And Blaze soaking in the top lane will get level 13 talents now for ReGen as they make their move towards the shrine, activating right now. Who's going to go in and start it up? It will be Blaze. Maybe it was Diablo. It was pretty close. Not expecting New Game Plus to make an attempt at shutting this one down. They're still up in the top lane trying to clear up a wave. Sonya's still in the bottom lane trying to continue soaking XP. And there's Blaze to try to slow her down. I think she's actually popped her Wrath of the Berserker, trying to get some additional damage out here. Blaze going to charge in. Here comes Orphea along with him. That'll threaten Oltanian all the way back towards his fountain.
Yeah, look at this. ReGen is feeling absolutely no threat right now as they're only leaving 1 to contest this shrine. and they're looking for ganks in the bottom lane. Here, Johanna walks in with a portal, tries to find something. Diablo with a huge APOC combo.
Great cleanse from Rhaegar, gonna slow that one down though. Tassadar now popping that Archon form as well as this Leyline Seal from Medivh. But Rusty T trying to keep the chorus in the same spot as long as possible, flipping him up and flipping him down. Centurion's very low. Orphea gonna fall maybe. No, she's able to lash herself out of there. Now charging back in along with Greymane, they get the finish on Tassadar.
Excellent pick up there. Greymane looks like he has a reset still on his Go for the Throat. Gonna find that there. Melee able to just barely escape there.
Punisher very healthy, 99% as they approach this keep wall in the middle lane. Johanna without Iron Skin gonna take the brunt of that leap as now the sidewall's down. Greymane ready to pounce on the next leap. Here comes another Wrath of Berserker from Sonya. Oltanian trying to get all the health off this Punisher while it's still punching away. But there is the leap, and here comes Diablo. Can they find a kill? Not yet. Johanna has that Iron Skin, and the wall's down. There goes Diablo. There go his stacks, and Oltanian will survive with the heal and shield from Rhaegar and Medivh.
Wow. It's a strong combo there, the two of them keeping him alive. Anna finds a good sleep on Medivh to help this team disengage. Troy is just barely outside of Johanna's range, and looks like Will escaped to safety.
So this game might change a bit now. Diablo without stacks gonna have to worry about soaking up minions, and with the waves pushed out the way they are, it might not be as easy as you'd hope if you're Rusty T right now. But they will have a bit of help here from some mercenaries continuing their macro presence on this map. There's another one available down here in the bottom lane. Looks like they might want to get started up on that as well.
Yeah, Medivh now finishing his quest means a lot more damage and cooldown reductions on those arcane rifts. Can be doing a lot more in team fights here. Perfect time to invade is when Diablo doesn't have any souls. Looks like they're going to come bail on this camp.
Porky here a bit late, now might find himself in trouble. Pulled back by that Condemn from Johanna. And Blaze will fall. A double kill for New Game Plus, getting themselves back in the game. Tying up the kill count at 3, and only about a half level down in XP now, but they have plenty of time to push some pressure out.
Yeah, definitely. This is a big deal for them. It's going to allow them to equalize, probably be on even talent tiers for the next objective phase, which has been something that they haven't been able to have this entire match so far. So finding some excellent kills at the right time going to allow them to kind of give themselves a little bit of a moment to breathe.
2 camps on the map will be the Bruiser camps on both sides of the map. Looks like New Game Plus not going to go for it as of yet. Medivh up here. They want to try to get this fountain down. You see the portal has been dropped. They're sending some heroes across. Very risky as now the portal has expired and heroes didn't go back through, so they're on the wrong side of this wall. They can't quite get out yet. Leyline Seal has to be used until the cooldown's ready to go or this side wall is down, but they still haven't gotten away. There they go. Portal has been released.
Very scary moment there, but looks like blue team is on the chase. Porky and DT, Rusty T are in there.
The shields are insane from Medivh. Melee's going to survive for now. 50 health makes it out. Oltanian being slowed though. Johanna might go down. There's the cleanse. There's the portal, but she can't quite click it. Up in the top, Tassadar all alone is going to fall as well. It's a double kill for ReGen with the shrine activating momentarily. Actually, whoa, it's a triple kill. Rhaegar fell.
Wow, I didn't even see that. You know, a little bit of a cheeky play that just barely didn't go well. The Medivh shielding was on point, getting the huge value from Enduring Will, getting the cooldown reduction there on that shield, but ultimately they were just too out of position here as Medivh is now caught.
Has to use the ley line defensively again. 80-second cooldown as Blaze is getting started in the pit. They're going to be working on this front wall of this keep along with this Bruiser camp that's here with them. Just harassing away this Medivh. Diablo's going to look to charge in now, back at 81 souls, looking pretty good to have that fully activated here shortly. And already up to 13 is Porky inside the shrine.
Yeah, Blaze with such good clear here on these little minions with those Incinerator Gauntlets, just absolutely roasting those shrine minions. Red team's looking to contest. They're on equal talent tiers. They're quite behind in the numbers. Johanna a little bit separated from her team right here, though. So Sonya pops Wrath of the Berserker. A huge Blessed Shield is found.
Diablo just now getting that APOC back online. We'll see if Russ has a way to pull it out and rip one loose here. He's going to find Johanna for now, and Kevin will fall. Now Voltanian has to be careful. He's the only frontliner left for this squad. Troy in chase with a little bit of extra length on that disengage. Going to now hop in onto the Medivh, but the portals are on point again. They get away. A nice cleanse there from Rhaegar onto Tassadar. But look who's stuck. It's Melly himself. Can Rhaegar get away? I don't think he can. The wolf has fallen.
Wow. This is tough. Rhaegar doing everything he could to try and keep his team alive there. Oh my gosh, Diablo jumps in on the Tassadar, almost finds the pick there as Tassadar is brought so close to death, even under this keep.
Leyline again ends up hitting onto 2 targets. It's just Blaze and Diablo. But they're going to be able to back up here as we check out the mid lane catapult. Throwing a few shots onto this keep, setting it down to about 10% health. Sonya's going to be able to clear it out in time. But that's not going to be of much use with any further waves pushing in.
Oh, yeah. You know, think about that last fight, that Bloodlust. They were not able to turn that around. They had the leyline seal to set things up, and they used the Bloodlust, but weren't able to find those basic attacks to get that healing and damage.
Now Diablo back with that Soul Stone completed, just about 3/4 of a level from level 20 our ReGen. And with this Punisher in the top lane, a Mortar Punisher threatening now onto the first keep of the game. We'll see if ReGen can secure their first lane of catapults.
Wrath popped is to lessen the stun duration as that Punisher jumps. Pings are made onto the core here as blue team recognizes they can just take the core and don't need to force a fight here. Johanna steps up for a Condemn Punish combo, not able to find too much here as this Punisher is dealing so much damage.
Apoc's out, but he can't find the flip onto Sonya. There's the Leyline Seal, and Blaze all the way down to 300 health has the Jet Propulsion out of this fight. Crushing Jaw is going to connect onto Tassadar, but they're fighting in with this Bloodlust right now, and ReGen not able to get enough health taken away on any of these heroes to even think about getting a kill as of yet, but they do get that keep down, and now set their focus onto this mid lane as well. Troy's going to hop in. Blaze actually falls, and the second keep is down. Greymane falls too. Wow.
2 heroes for 2 keeps is a pretty good trade, but this is a little bit scary now as 16 minutes of the game. Red team has an opportunity to... Oh, Anna with the sleep absolutely shuts down that engage. Oh my gosh.
A little bit of practice in the HGC will get you sleep darts like that.
Yeah, just a little bit of practice.
There's a Leyline Seal only onto Ana. Diablo's going to try to protect this. Wall has been dropped as well. Russ now surrounded by a bunch of red shirts. Centurion going to chase in. There's the Hellgate. They find the stun on Tassadar. Get the kill. Look at Johanna. She's low. Another charge in from Russ looking for the finish. Can't quite get it. The Leyline Seal is there yet again from Medivh. Now Sonya coming up from the bottom lane all by her lonesome. Needs to be careful here. She might be in trouble.
I think she is. This damage over time from Ana, picking up that dynamic optics at level 20, is getting a significant amount of poison damage here on these heroes.
Crushing Jaws not quite online, but they get the kill anyway. Splash now here, low on mana, but has some regen on the way. You see him just throwing away all these shots with his Arcane Rift, but gonna need a little bit more help, so here comes Johanna and Rhaegar. But on the other side, Blaze has shown up as well. Bloodlust now popped by Rhaegar. Melly in trouble. 500 health charged again by Diablo. Just can't get out of the grasp of Rust DT. Big pickups here, and that is kill number 11 for RG here in game number 1.
Yeah, you know, this is absolutely just... Oh, and Blaze finds the Medivh kill in the mid lane.
All 5 down. It's a mega kill.
Wow. This is a staggered mega kill, as the blue team just kind of, now with these lanes cleared out, can make their way right to the core.
Yeah, they're going to try to finish game number 1 right here, right now, before level 20 is picked up for New Game Plus. Porky going to lead the way. Here goes Greymane as well. He's the main siege damage here for this squad, now sending it down below 50%. Looks like game number 1 is in the books, and it belongs to ReGen.
Oh my gosh. You know, that was, New Game Plus had a moment there, maybe 2 of them, where things could have turned around for them. I think they fought for too long down that heroic 20 talent tier. And the other time was that Ana, just that 4-man sleep was all the blue team needed to recompose themselves and find those kills.
Wow. I got to assume that Ana is going to be banned out for the rest of the series here. That looked pretty good from June. 81k healing, and on the other side, not even making it up to 40 is the Rhaegar. Even if you combo in the Medivh healing as well, it's still shy of what Ana was able to output there in game number 1. Here's a look at your talent screen before we move on to game number 2. Big shout out to everyone who's here tonight. If you want to contribute to the Storm Division prize pool, exclamation point Storm in chat right now. And if you're interested in our bracket, exclamation point bracket. We'll be back in about 2 minutes with game number 2. Welcome back. We're here sitting in our lobby. Actually, Stoic, you're not in the lobby. Where are you?
I'm sorry. I was just geeking about talents.
But yeah, we are moments away from starting this game number 2. Looks like we're going to be headed into Cursed Hollow. And it was chosen by ReGen. So New Game Plus will be first on the clock here in this draft. Just need to swap some players around. And we should be good to go. You don't want me, Stoic says. There we go. And I threw out my ready check. Looks like we should be getting going. Dropping babies in chat. Welcome. Ooh, this is a Storm Division game. Yes, Storm Division Qualifier game to be exact. None of these teams are yet to qualify. They can't call themselves Storm Division teams yet. But if they win the tournament this week, which takes place tonight and tomorrow night, then they can call themselves a Storm Division team. ReGen just took game number 1. New Game Plus, they had a few spots of brilliance. But like I said during the draft, I just don't think they brought enough damage in their kit to deal with the Diablo and the Blaze.
I think that's a good call. I think it also might have been a healer mismatch. Rhaegar, with the ult selection, wasn't really able to get that bloodlust value, and Ana has the ability to counter the ancestral healing so well. So maybe like Rhaegar didn't really fit in the draft. I think that was part of the problem.
Yeah, there's some great cleanses. I thought Medivh also really good with those leyline seals, able to shut down so many plays. I thought the Sonya play was pretty good from Altanian as well, able to get some value in a few other lanes, but did they ever get a fort down? I don't think they did. I think all the forts were standing at the end on the side of ReGen.
I think you're right. It was. I mean, I don't want to be misunderstood. New Game Plus played extremely well. I just think that the way that their draft fit together was kind of fit a little bit under the way that ReGen's draft fit together.
Hold on, we got a imposter here in lobby. There we go. Thank you. I'm ready to go. Bye. Who is this? Okay. He's been removed from the lobby by the host. Okay.
About to get a block.
Well, hopefully not. Maybe he just wants to tune in and watch, right?
Well, he should know that he can go to twitch.tv/murderrg for all that great Storm Division action.
Amen, brother. Amen. If you guys are out there and not yet following the channel, be sure to hit that follow button. If you really love me, you'd hit that subscribe button. And if you love these players, remember !Storm in chat if you want to contribute to the Storm Division prize pool. And if you're looking for the bracket this evening, !Bracket for that. Here we go with game number 2.
Man, I'm excited.
Go,
Now.
Porky. Now.
2, 1.
Oh, he says starting. Okay, here we go. Game number 2, Cursed Hollow, starting now.
Cursed Hollow.
All right. So first on the clock this time will be New Game Plus, as this is the map selection from Porky heading into game number 2. ReGen find themselves currently up 1-0 in this set, but anything can happen. A much different map here. The classic MOBA map, in my opinion, Cursed Hollow.
I think that's a really good point here. Cursed Hollow is a very, I want to say it's the very most standard, I feel. Even though it is very large and games can go differently than you see on other maps, I definitely feel that MOBA standard from this map here.
It's like Summoner's Rift. It's like whatever they call it in Dota. What do they call it in Dota? I forget what they call it.
I don't know.
But it's
like Summoner's Rift fell over.
Yeah, exactly. Dahaka, the first ban here from New Game Plus, and Cassia will be banned away by ReGen. Taking away a bit of global with the dinosaur gone, and Cassia just way too strong. And no one, you've seen the ban on both sides, no one wants to deal with it. The Lost Vikings now even getting a ban.
Yeah, this has got, ReGen, I wonder if they ban Ana here. I imagine that New Game Plus wants to pick her up.
Okay, I could totally see that.
That's my thinking right now.
But then does that leave open something like an Abathur that could be selected here on Cursed Hollow? I think there's a lot of picks that ReGen doesn't necessarily even have to ban out. They can just leave it available for themselves. They will take out the Mei for the second time tonight.
Okay. New Game Plus has a feast of opportunities open to them.
A lot. Like almost everything, actually.
Yeah, I mean, do they have to take Abathur so that ReGen doesn't take Abathur Samuro? Do they?
Yeah, they do. Okay.
I think that's got to be the play.
Well,
But that leaves open a strong hero like Ana.
they're going to have to deal with it 2 games in a row if June wants to select that. There's some global. It's Falstead for Troy 1010. I think very good on this map with the Gust, able to control a lot of those boss pits with the Gust.
Yeah. Falstead able to gust a team back into the boss pit to get stunned by a boss, or out of the boss pit from behind in safety. ETC picked up. We saw Rust ET's play on Diablo in the last match, executing that auto attack Diablo build to perfection. Now looking to bring in some beef.
I'm thinking this might actually be a stage dive game for Russ.
It very well could be. I mean, Abathur provides so much of that global pressure that having 2 globals is not going to be a problem at all.
Malfurion and Greymane have been selected as we enter our final 2 bans of map number 2. You gotta expect New Game Plus is gonna think about taking away that Ana. And if I'm ReGen, after seeing the Greymane, maybe I'm not so worried about the Samuro. But you gotta at least be thinking about it, right?
Yeah, I mean, it could very much show up and absolutely wreck. I mean, even like countering it properly, it's still such an annoyance that just it's there. Maybe the threat it's like a mosh pit. You don't ever have to use it. It's just always threatening. Its existence is just
Final ban from RG will be Tyrael, as we're now waiting on the final ban from New Game Plus. Yeah, is this going to be Ana? I don't know if there's really much else to think about here. Rhaegar. Okay. Well, I guess you could think about Rhaegar.
Yeah, I mean, if this was a bloodlust comp, Abathur, you could kill a hero or two before Abathur has time to get a clone off if you catch them unawares. I can see that happening here. But Ana still is a threat that exists and could be picked up. I mean, maybe June will pull up something else, like a Karazim, and show us all something flashy.
Well, Centurion gonna get on this Sylvanas as well here. It's gonna leave that final solo lane pick for Porky in just a moment. Karazim. Wow. Well, you don't get to see the monk too often, but whenever you do, it's always a lot of fun. I got to assume it's going to be the Iron Fist here as a level 1 pick for the old monk, but we'll find out as we load into game 1. Final 2 picks here for New Game Plus will be Garrosh and Illidan. Okay.
Oh, ew. Oh, man.
We're about to get a cloned Illidan. Final pick, Arthas. I think that was an easy pick for Porky, seeing Illidan on the other side. But what do you think about these 10 heroes selected, Stoic?
I think that an interesting selection here. Karazim we don't see very often outside of Division A. I think that the pre-level 10 of ReGen is going to be very strong. They'll have to make sure that they don't let XP go to the red team, because post-level 10, Illidan Abathur combo is very scary, and Abathur has a lot more tools that open up in a team fight to equalize. So I think that this will be... I like ReGen's draft better, because they have the power to come online immediately. But post-level 10, New Game Plus starts to get pretty scary.
Well, head on over to chat. Game number 1, you guys had a split decision, but you can vote again here in game number 2. Who's going to win it? Will it be ReGen or New Game Plus? Poll is active, so make sure you submit your votes. And here we go, game number 2, Cursed Hollow. And on the left-hand side, coming out last here with the Cloud9 map is June on the Karazim. Up top, we'll see Centurion playing the Falstead. TT Porky on Arthas. Troy 1010 making the swap over to Sylvanas. And Rusty T on the Cow. Give it up for ReGen.
And on the right side, the red team with a couple of role swaps. We have Abathur played by Ultanian, Garrosh played by Melly, Illidan by Kevin, Greymane played by Decorus, and your captain Splash playing Malfurion. It is New Game Plus.
Someone just threw out a hydrate request. I am drinking some water for you right now. Thank you.
Delicious water, thank you. Ooh, interesting shenanigans here in this bottom lane. Is Sylvanas going to get to shut down these towers immediately? Abathur with a hat. Splash, the only one here to defend immediately. Garrosh coming with the flank as Arthas is popped.
Oh, no! Can they get him out?
Shut down. Oh.
I don't know if they get him out. ETC's going to try to help.
It's hard to pick from Melly, but the damage is not quite there as Rusty T and TT Porky both dropping to 200 health.
Stop! Stop! How did they get out of that?
I mean... It's a pre-level 10 Abathur comp.
Well, I guess you're right. I mean, he was over the wall, just stuck there. But
yeah,
no
I mean,
one's gonna
luckily,
fall yet.
Sylvanas' Banshee Mag Curse thing is just pretty good. Level 1. Shuts the whole building down.
Well, we have a resident Sylvanas main in the house in chat right now. Aura Windrunner is here. If you've never seen her play Sylvanas, have you ever really played Heroes of the Storm? That's the question.
Very interesting lane distribution here as John on the camp taking these siege giants as it is both Porky and Rusty T soaking this middle lane.
Yeah, I'm surprised we're not seeing Porky split out as much. I guess trying to keep eyes on this Illidan and just respect whichever lane he's in. But look at who he's playing against on the other side. Both Greymane and Illidan. So how do they get damage past this Arthas? It will be pretty tough later on.
Yeah, Arthur's going to be such a strong frontline addition here. I mean, really, I think allows ETC to take stage dive.
Yeah, no, I think absolutely. I think this is definitely going to be a stage dive game. I'd be surprised if you get the mosh pit. You know, the interrupts Yeah, you can just charge in with a hunt. You can shut it down with Malfurion. Twilight Dream, that's the one. The taunt, just the groundbreaker from Garrosh. I think we're getting the stage dive. They'll give them the additional global presence along with that false set as well. As speaking of false dead, will probably end up being first blood. There he goes.
Almost some good dodging there. Look at these Abathur mines all throughout here. Abathur really making sure that these rotations are slowed and in vision.
Another camp pickup here by Illidan. That'll be pushing the bottom lane during the top side tribute for New Game Plus.
Yeah. Interesting as Rusty T makes this rotation to the bot lane, is soaking, deciding now to leave with 12 seconds left on the tribute.
They're going to leave Falstad down there. He's got the flight.
Yeah, Abathur goes to body soak this lane. Falstad about to show up a little bit too late to catch the slug.
Tribute active. Porky's going to try to get it first, but Garrosh is here now throwing it around. Oh man, Abathur fell. We missed that, but he's down in the bottom lane dead. No slug as now Garrosh totally surrounded here, but great roots from Malfurion. Not enough to slow it down, however. 2 kills there for ReGen.
Yeah, a very expensive first tribute going over to the blue team here. Red contesting cost quite a bit. Now level 7's picked up. This is what an Abathur comp struggles with. Once Abathur falls behind, it's hard to catch up here. Sylvanas shutting down these towers here. June going through the wall to get a little bit damage on that Greymane. This could very much well be the first structure that built for the game. No, never mind.
Oh, they're going to get the entire wall. Both those towers. And that should probably be it. 4-minute mark, just a minute away from seeing our boss spawn up. Second tribute active also on the top side of the map. ReGen looking for number 2.
Yeah, you know, looking at these... Oh man, Porky found here by the 3 members of New Game Plus here. Rooted, tossed. The damage, though, not quite enough, as Arth is getting so much damage reduction because of his icy... Frozen Tempest. Yeah, Frozen Tempest.
Root will connect onto Garrosh. There's a groundbreaker to slow down this attack. Bottom side, ETC is here, threatening back to Illidan now as Garrosh finding himself in a weird spot. Will toss away the Arthas, getting the hat now from Abathur. Porky still trying to walk in, applying those slow Howling Blast. Does hit onto the Greymane. Now backside, Illidan trying to threaten off June, playing this Karazim as the fight's taking place in 2 different spots. Nelly throwing away more heroes, but ETC with the power slide through. Indomitable pop now by Garrosh trying to walk away. Will be able to make it out. Boss is now spawning. You see them on the map as Falstad's going to start flying in from the bottom lane. Centurion barrel rolling over the wall. Can he get the finish on Greymane? Yes, he will.
Wow, you know, Falstad flying here in the perfect time to note here during all of that. Falstad was keeping enough pressure on the Abathur. The Abathur could not put out a hat here. Melee being chased here underneath his fort. Rusty finds the slide, and the damage comes out from Falstad to finish as this fort will fall. Curse not even taken yet.
Yeah, they got the black arrows from Sylvanas to make sure no one fell during that engage at the end. They pick up the kills they needed. They're gonna get the tribute they need. And bosses are available on the map with level 10s online for ReGen. Do they try to steal a boss right here? Looks like no.
Looks like no. I think that's a safe call here. A little bit, but without level 10 to contest. I think they'll just go for the safe call here. Maybe take their own boss and then look to take the top boss here.
Well, this has been scouted out. Abathur Mine did just reveal that they are here. So on the opposite side, New Game Plus going to start up their own boss and go with the old gentleman's agreement here.
Yeah, Rusty T just making sure that agreement is being taken as he goes there to check that bush. But now this is 4 members here from the blue team on it, and 4 from the red as well, racing these bosses. Looks like the red boss clear. He's a little faster as they started a little bit later. We'll see if that comes into play later.
Falstad is presumably going to have to be the one to clear up that boss in just a moment. Going with the Boomerang at level 7, giving him a bunch more wave clear now. And level 10 does have access to that Gust now as ReGen with the black arrows onto this bottom lane fort. Boss is now here as well. I believe they'll be able to get this fort down as tribute number 3 is on the map. Good zoning being provided by Arthas. Here comes the clone onto the Greymane, but Greymane has fallen. Voltanian trying to find a kill. Won't be able to get it. Great Gust there from Falstad. Sloan's down. Now 7-sided strikes will finish off Illidan. It's a triple kill so far for ReGen, looking for 4, and Melly is surrounded and will fall. Can they get all 5? Trying to finish off Splash. Will they? Yes, they will. It's a mega kill for ReGen with the curse active and a boss on the map.
Yeah, they are absolutely just skipping these forts and keeps to go to this bottom to open up this win condition for them. And possibly, no, it's a little too early to end the game. If any more kills happen, though, from New Game Plus, ReGen could close out this match here with an 80% boss. And a 30 seconds left on the curse.
Well, Shui in the house, appreciate the 11-month resub as ReGen trying to close out game number 2. Almost at level 13 here. There's a cursed bullet from Greymane going to threaten back the Arthas. And that might be all they really needed to start backing all the way out. But ETC, he says, no, I want some of this. Looking for the mosh pit, didn't end up getting because it's still on cooldown, actually. Sorry about that.
And we find the taunt, but immediately deleted by all of those basic attacks instantly. Oof. Gushed into the wall, finds Greymane as well as Kevin.
And that's it.
Excuse me.
Yeah, that's just
it. That's all she wrote.
8 minutes and 8 seconds. ReGen will take game number 2 and the set, now advancing on to the second round of tonight's qualifier number 1.
Detected.
Wow.
We do have a new follow coming in from BackG. Appreciate you joining the family. Let's take a look at our match summary brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series. Stoic, who is your game number 2 MVP?
Man, that's a tough one. I guess, do we just give it on to man, maybe we just have to give it to Troy, shutting down all these keeps. I don't know. It's a hard one for me to say.
They all did a little bit of something. I mean, Arthas was slowing down so much of that attack speed from the Illidan and the Greymane. Basically no way to do damage to anyone on ReGen. Falstad had really nice play up on that top tribute. The barrel roll over the wall helping get some of those finishes. The Gust was there later on during tribute number 3. Sylvanas was there all night, like you said, with those black arrows onto the forts and keeps, helping make sure they get all those down as fast as possible. 8 minutes and 8 seconds, that is lightning fast here in the Storm Division.
Yeah, you know, I have your answer. Falstad MVP because he had top kills, top siege, top hero damage, top XP, and top deaths on team.
Easy.
Falstad MVP.
Well, here is a look at the talent screen. We didn't get very far along. Level 13s were picked up by 4 of the 5 heroes on ReGen as they win game number 2, 12-1 over New Game Plus. They'll be advancing on to the next round, and let's take a peek at the bracket. I don't know if it's been updated yet, but we're going to look at it anyway. Did this refresh? I can't tell if it refreshed or not. Maybe I have to do something here. Hold on. Da-da-da-da. Refresh browser when scene becomes active. There we go. Alright, so it hasn't been updated yet, but ReGen will be facing the winner of Team Alexander and Resurgence of the Storm. We're going to be taking a break while we figure out what's going on for our next match. If we end up starting sooner, of course I'll be back sooner. But other than that, Stoic, any closing thoughts here on this round number 1?
I think we saw some non-standard talents throughout both of these matches. Some excellent play overall. I mean, if this is any indicator of what a round 1 of a qualifier of Storm Division is going to look like, I mean, Storm Division Season 10 is going to be absolutely something else.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere unless you're going to another stream to continue watching Storm Division. We hope to see you guys back here in just a bit for round number 2 featuring our very own ReGen. All right, we're on.